Okay, we have around 22 minutes left-ish. So what I'll do is I'll have the final session with you on tools, which may not be as long as the others, and then we'll open up for a bit of a Q&A, and then we'll round this out with a final reflection on this as well from today. So over to the tools. We can see that you've all been busy. You've been working on this already. You've got to grips with the tool very quickly with very minimal instruction, which is great. We've got our final session now, which is on the tools. So I'm going to start this timer off at 7 minutes. What can you do to stop with your tools, right? So when I'm talking about tools, what can you do better, right? What can you stop doing? From a start perspective, what could you start doing? What continuing could you be doing, right? So, for example, I've been working with a client who has 5 different places for the same requirements. Like, they could stop doing that. And they can consolidate those requirements into a single place. They could stop making things overly complicated. They could start building new tools or working with new tools itself. So I suggest that if we have some time here, get some notes up on the board. We still have a number of people in the mural board, about 40 people or so. Let's get some board numbers in here. Like the tools that you use. We've talked about your environment. We've talked about your ways of working. Now, what tools are you using in your day-to-day job? And what could you do to improve that? Let's reflect a little bit as a group. Thank you so much. The time is on 6 minutes. Let's get a few more cards in there for sure. Okay, about 5 minutes left. Think about the tools you use on a day-to-day basis and are there any improvements you can make with that? Consider this. I think the ease in which to change the model that we work within is directly correlated to our will to change the model. So when you're working with tools, if it's complex and hard and difficult, it becomes complex and hard and difficult to change. Whereas if it's small, lightweight, and iterative, the model itself and the tool you can use is also very easy to change because you're less vested in the actual work involved. So consider that when you're looking at what stuff you could start, stop, and change, what you can continue doing with the tools you have. Is it overly onerous to make a change to it, or could you start again? And tools here could just be, again, I'm not sponsored by 3M, by the way, but Post-it notes, right? And Sharpies. It could be Trello boards. It could be Miro, Mural, Jira, Trello. It could be anything really. But think about the tools. Are you using SharePoint? How are you finding MS Teams right now? I mean, they're rolling out a bunch of changes there in that space, and they're slowly catching up with some of the tools out there. But yeah, consolidation potentially as well. Okay, about 3.5 minutes left. About 3 minutes. 2 minutes left.